G'day team, Wominjeka, Uncle Jojo here. Welcome to another rip-roaring Bonds of Beauty episode of the hot carpenters in town. Today we're going to talk about foundations and boulders in the soil. So first and foremost, I'm going to be pulling some boulders out underneath the ground, and the reason why we're pulling those out is so we can get some foundation. This is a really old house, over 110 years old, and the bluestones sit on the ground. So the bluestones sit on the ground, and then they're double bricked on top of those bluestones with a bitumen in between. The bitumen acts as a damp course, if you would, so it stops or reduces the amount of moisture that comes up into the brickwork. We're going to rip out a couple of big boulders. We've been digging all day long, and I'll show you some footage of ripping out a couple of boulders. And the reason that we need to move those boulders is because we've got H2 soil, high reactive class 2 soil. So the high reactive means that it's a very clayey soil, and the class 2 means that it actually moves about 65 to 75 millimeters of clay between wet and dry season. So let me just show you over here. I've drawn, come and check out my amazing drawing. Here what we've got is the bluestones. This is the ground here. This is the double bricks that come up and around here. Just under here is the crack, which is the soil crack, but in the summer, and then we've got some boulder stones. So if there is movement or moisture come into this soil, then this boulder rock, as this soil swells up, it'll push this rock around. When it dries out, this rock will twist again, and that's 65 to 75 millimeters. So that's 2.5 to 3 inches of movement of this rock going up and down. What we've got on the other side is some major cracks that are coming through this wall and on the other side of the wall as well. What we want to do is reduce that by removing these blocks, these boulders in the corner, and re-blocking underneath here and doing a huge concrete pour with steel and with Rio. So if you just look in this corner, this is where we've just pulled out that boulder, and it was moving this whole section, and this is the bluestone here and there. You can see that's there, and then we've got the bitumen. You can see some of the bitumen just here. Here's some of the bitumen here. And that bitumen separates this bluestone here from the brickwork and reduces the moisture going up and in. So we're digging all of this out. Then we're going to be putting plastic in there. We're going to dig out slightly underneath these bluestones here, about halfway. And then we're going to put some plastic in there. Then we're going to put some steel work in there and do a massive concrete pour. We'll even box out some of the section. We'll put some outriggers through here and then box out this section and build it up a little bit, and then we can run some joists all the way through. Another big section of this is to continue having airflow underneath this floor, because it's a bathroom and it's a very old house. It needs to have airflow through here. So that's the other thing. What we'll do is put deep joists, get some good airflow through there, maybe even some mechanical ventilation, and then from there, bish bash bosh, we should be able to then put our cement sheet down and continue with our bathroom. If you have any questions or queries, about soil types, I do have a number of videos already. Soil test and soil test 2, and not written with 2, written with 2 TOO, as in also, because I was already ahead of the crowd on that. We need to make sure we're understanding our soil, so then we know what kind of construction we can put on top. Thanks for watching. Any questions or queries other than that, flick them over and I'll answer for you best I can whenever I can. Like always, stay unreal banana peels. And yep, you guessed it, I'll see you in the suit.